Hey everybody, it's Missy, and I have another layout today for the cut shop. I'm going to be using this new fresh squeezed cut file, and I've already got this cut in white cardstock, and I'm going to be making this a background design. And I haven't decided which pictures I'm going to use. These are pictures of me and my husband from our St. Martin trip, and I picked them both because they both have a great deal of yellow in them. And for some reason, I wanted to make a layout with some light yellow color. So I picked out some papers from the Poolside collection from Crate Paper and the Pier. Do you remember the Pier from a couple years ago? Yes, I hoarded it and I still have a lot of it left. And so I put those two collections together, and they match really well. They have a lot of that same light color going on. Like they have some of the wood grains, the light yellows, the soft pinks, the soft orangey tones, just very pretty light colors. And so I'm going to create lots of different colors here backing these circles. And these circles reminds me of lemons or limes, citrus, which reminds me of summer. And our photo, or the photo that I'm going to be using, whichever one I wind up with, is from a Caribbean trip. And so even though it was in December, it was definitely summer-ish. So I'm going to create a summer page to showcase it. So I'm not going to show you this entire process, but I am going to back every single one of those little circles with pattern paper. And there you go. I've got it done. I love the variety of colors. It's very soft. And it's definitely a mix of both of those collections. I left one of them open because I know that that's where my picture is going to go, and that's the picture that I decided to use. I like it because it has that darker blue and the yellow, and I think that this collection, or these collections, are going to showcase that picture very nicely. I'm going to go with this light yellow and polka dotted paper, and this is from the Pier. And it's interesting how, you know, we always talk about hoarding and using it up, and if you don't use it, you know, donate it or give it away. I don't know, I just keep it, and just because I don't like it or I don't use it right when it's brand new, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to use it in a couple of years. Like, there were so many pieces in the Pier that I didn't necessarily think I would ever use, but I didn't throw it away, and there's actually pieces in it that I'm going to use on this layout that are perfect. And, you know, a couple years ago, I would thought, you know, hey, I'm never going to use this. So that's a perk to hoarding. I know we all hoard things that we love and don't want to use it because it's so cute and so pretty. But, you know, sometimes you think, I don't really have a use for this. I'll just put it up and maybe come back to it later. That's the way I do it. And, you know, sometimes when you go to your shelf and you start searching around and you think, oh, this is like brand new because I haven't seen it in a couple years. Anyway, that's the way my brain works. So anyway, this is not anything new that I'm doing here. The packaging technique with shimmers. And what I'm doing is I just want to create some of that blue greenish color coming behind the cut file. I want this to be very subtle mixed media. I want a little bit peeking out from behind the circles, but not a lot, just enough to where you can see it, just a little bit. I don't want it to be overpowering because the background, that alone right there is busy enough. And so, you know, I didn't want to overdo it. And it looks very busy when like right there, but then when I put the circles on top of it, it changes the whole thing. So this is shimmers in not Jenny B blue. This is colorings in Heidi Ho blue and colorings Oh Say Can You See. And together they are perfect for summer. They create the beautiful, beautiful turquoise, aqua, blue, greenish tones by themselves, mixed together, very, very pretty. And I almost used white cardstock as the background, but I'm really happy that I chose this yellow. I think it's very pretty. So here I thought, I'm going to use pop dots, and I'm going to pop this whole thing up, and it's going to be really cool. So I had a little hissy fit there because I couldn't find my pop dots, and then once I started popping them out, I thought, yeah, no, bad idea. That's going to take too many pop dots and too much time, so scratch that. Just stick it down flat and deal with it. It would have looked cool popped up, but I just, at that moment, I didn't have the patience to do it, so I thought, yeah, just, it looks fine the way it is, I think. So I pulled out the chipboard sheets from both of these collections. As you can see, that's the pier right there. I've got a ton of it left. I don't think I used any of the chipboard. But I want to pull in some wood grain, so I'm going to use that chipboard frame and then just kind of pick and choose different pieces from both boards, or both sheets, both chipboard sheets, to see what looks good. And that's going to wind up being part of my title, and that's from Poolside, Good Times. And it's hard to tell here, but it's that blue color, so that's going to match really nicely. I'm going to add some layers behind my picture, and I'm just going to go through. You can see the Poolside 6x6 paper pad there. I've used it a lot for backing cut files and cutting alphabets for other layouts, so I have a lot of little scraps stuck in there. And that piece is from the pier. They look like they all came from the same collection, really. Crate paper seems to be that way to me. A lot of their collections can be combined and they mesh together really well. I'm just going to play around here. This part is what took me the longest with this layout, was embellishing. And I do actually use a lot of chipboard on this layout, and that's something that I normally don't do. I don't think I've ever created a layout with this much chipboard before, and I love how it turned out. And I also have to say, I want to give a huge thank you to Ashley Horton for letting me be a part of her design team since November of 2014, I think. I believe. I've been on the team for quite a while, and I'm sad because this is my last design team layout and process video for the Cut Shop. I've decided to not reapply for the next term, not because I don't like it, because I absolutely love these cut files and love being on Ashley's team. It's a fabulous team to be a part of. I'm too busy. I'm on a lot of teams, and my kids are home for the summer, and it seems like I'm constantly at my desk, which I love. It's like a double-edged sword, but it's just I feel like I'm always running behind, and I'm always rushing to get things done. So I just decided to take advantage of the term ending and just take a year off from the team and just give myself a little break from a team, not necessarily because I wanted to, but just because I felt like I needed to. And sometimes you have to do what you know is best for you, and you know, even though you don't want to do it, it's probably the best thing for now. So but I'm going to continue to use all of these cut files. I'll never stop using her cut files because they're awesome and I love them dearly. And so you'll definitely see me continue to use them. But I've really enjoyed my time on the team, and the new team is fabulous. Fabulous. I don't know what kind of accent I just got there, but I'm really excited to see what all the new girls do. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to use those ice cream cones. I'm going to put some blue thread behind it to kind of give some separation so they stand out a little more, because the background is so busy. I felt like the cones were they didn't stand out a lot. So with that little darker thread there, it kind of separates them from the background. And the reason I'm using the ice cream cones is in this picture, we were walking up and down close to the ocean in a little town called Phillipsburg, and that's in St. Martin. And we stopped in this little shop and had some gelato. And in the back of the store or the shop, they had this little seating area here with these nice couches and these big fans, and there's all kinds of trees and palms, and just a very nice relaxing place to just sit and eat your gelato or just sit and chill out. And we found it, and we went back there and just sat for a little while and took some pictures, and it was just a really cool place. And so even though we're not technically eating gelato in this picture, we had just stuffed our faces with it. And so I thought, hey, I'm going to use these ice cream cones. And you know, this is what I was saying earlier, when I first got the pier, I thought, I have no pictures of ice cream or us eating ice cream. You know, I'll never use this. But once you revisit it a couple of years later, it's like, oh, this is perfect for me now. And I almost had a little hissy fit there because, yeah, all this chipboard and the thread and trying to glue it down, yeah. Anyway, I got it all glued down. You didn't see me pitch a fit, but yeah, I did. But it's all good. I fixed it. So Yeah, this is another little challenge. Have you ever tried to glue down these little teeny tiny wood veneer alphas from Studio Calico? Yeah, it's very challenging. I probably should have used tweezers, but no, I have to do it the hard way and just use my hands. So piece by piece, I'm going to glue down these little letters and I'm going to get them straight. There you go. It's done. Yay! They're straight. I wanted to use those to bring in some more of the wood aspect, since I've got some of the wood grain paper and some wood grain in the, or some of the wood grain color in the ice cream cones. I'm going to pull in these 2 flare buttons, and these are from a Flare for Buttons, and they are part of a retro summer pack. I can't remember the exact title, but they match perfectly. They've got a lot of these faded vintage color looks to them, and they're perfect for this collection. I'm going to add that little camera right there on top of the picture, and then the other one up there by that blue circle. And I did add pop dots underneath Good Times, so I've definitely got a lot of dimension going on here. This is a very heavy and thick feeling layout, but I love how it turned out, and I was very proud of myself for using so many embellishments, because I don't feel like I normally use this many embellishments, especially chipboard, all on one layout. So it felt good to kind of use up some of this stash. And that's something else that I want to do this summer, is use up more of what I have, because I have a ton of it. And I don't want to just throw it away, because I feel like it's fun to challenge yourself to take something old and kind of make it look new again. And that's kind of what I felt like I did here. And I love how it turned out. And that's a sticker from the pier. I'm going to use that to write all my journaling, because I didn't really know where else to write the journaling on this, since there's so much texture, and I wouldn't be able to journal on top of those circles because it's so textured. I'm going to come in here at the end with a little bit more of Pink Shimmers spray, and I think that's going to finish it up. It's very, very fun and summery and light. I did add the date, and there's the final layout. I love how it turned out. I really love this cut file. It is perfect for summer, but you could make it whatever you want. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and let me know if you have any questions about any of these, the cut file, or any of the products that I used, or just about anything in general. So I appreciate you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a great day.